What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We have 33 different playable heroes and Marvel rivals, and today I'm going to give you one tip to help you improve your play for all of them. Let's get right to it. First up is Captain America. Surprise, a lot of people don't know this, but you can throw his shield against the ground or a wall to bounce and hit an opponent. Now, it doesn't have the best range, but it's useful for somebody trying to escape or to finish off a fight. Next up is Doctor Strange, and his shield is great for protecting your allies, but even better against ultimates. For a lot of them in the game, like Hela, you can use your cloak, fly up, spread the shield out, and you can cover most of, if not all of, her ultimate. Next up, Bruce Banner, the Hulk. This one's easy, guys. Your jump has no cooldown. Use this to jump up and pin down flying units as much as possible. And you can also punch while doing this. It's super helpful. Now, when it comes to Groot, you're going to want to use one of your walls to cut off their tanks or their gun-ho DPS from the rest of the team and the supports to easily pick them and make it a much more easy team fight. Now, when it comes to Venom, guys, I see way too many people use symbiotic resilience way too quickly. Be sure to utilize this. The lower your health is, the more bonus health you're going to get. You want to do it at the right time, about 200 health or below, to get the maximum result. Now, with Magneto, her and Wanda have a great team up, but within that team up, you have another kind of team up, and that's using your bubbles to shield Wanda. When Scarlet Witch is using her ultimate, wait about a second or so, and then pop the bubble on her for more guaranteed team wipes. All right, moving on to Peni Parker, who has plenty of different tech to learn, but probably the most easy and important thing is utilize her web trap. It's one of the best abilities in the game to stop enemy ultimates, combined with only a 3-second cooldown, good range, so don't be afraid to charge in when you hear that enemy voice line. And when it comes to Thor, guys, you're just beating people with your hammer. Utilize shift fast by just tapping it to do a quick amount of damage. It is going to use one of your hammers, but the next melee hit is going to get that right back. Now, moving to the Duelist and Punisher, I want this to be more complex, but I'm just going to say it. Don't forget he's got a shotgun. I see so many people using the assault rifle up close and personal. Your shotgun is insane. Make sure you rotate your weapons, guys. All right, now when it comes to Storm, guys, be aware of your teammates dying, both at the start of the match and when you have team wipes. You get a speed boost to get everybody back to the objective as quick as possible. Be aware, though, the higher you go, the smaller that cone is for the speed boost. Now, for Hawkeye, I kind of have two for you, but make sure you use his passive. You can get a lot of one-shot kills with him, but you need to make sure that you have his passive at least a little bit charged up, and that's by keeping the reticle on the opponent. But the other tip is, when you're going against a Spider-Man or someone pretty shifty, see a lot of Hawkeyes try to do 2 piercing arrows at once. Do a piercing and then do the explosion arrows to finish them off. They're not all that great, but it's awesome for this one thing. Magik, easy combo to learn, guys. Charge up the sword, release the blade, it slashes, then you dash, then you melee, and this can finish off a ton of heroes and almost one-shot a lot of squishies. All right, Black Panther is more of just knowing your limits, right? You've got big, beefy characters, and this is not where the character excels. Black Panther can't take down tanks easily, but what it can do is just slice and dice characters like Punisher, Spider-Man, and supports. So just utilize the spear into a dash, 2 melees, and another dash. All right, Hela players, I assume you guys have perfect aim, but don't forget she has a passive to float. When you go off edges, you get a clear shot at the head when you're floating down, and it's huge for this character. Moon Knight players, don't grapple to try to escape or get the high ground. Just grapple the ground, and it's going to send you straight up into the air, double jump, and then you can glide to safety or towards an opponent. All right, so Squirrel Girl, guys, try and surprise your opponents from behind with the Squirrel Stampede, and then obviously bounce them off walls. You'll be surprised how many unexpected team wipes you can get if placed the right way. Black Widow, guys, my tip, play Hawkeye instead. But on a real note, guys, she has a simple kit, so I see a lot of people not using her grapple. If you land a spinning kick, hit it again to zip into the opponent, and it does a good amount of damage. Other than that, just don't miss. Scarlet Witch players, you are great at going after aerial units. Go into Mystic Flight. Go after those Iron Man. It's insane how easy you can kill them. But an easy tip that you guys know is don't just go straight up the middle with that ultimate. Let the battle get a little hectic for everybody, and then you go around the corner, charge it up a little bit behind a wall, and bam, you get the game team wipe. Peter Parker, Spider-Man himself, a lot of things to learn, but he's all about combos. And like Black Panther, know your targets. Don't go after the big, beefy tanks. And most importantly, just learn his staple combo, which is his right-click web cluster into his get over here that pulls you into the enemy into an uppercut, web cluster, and a melee to take down any squishy in the game. Just go into the practice range and do this until it becomes muscle memory. All right, now with Iron Man, this is a little bit of a sweaty tip, but you can combine Doctor Strange's portals with his ultimate for surprising huge team wipes. So you portal up above the enemy and then you shoot down for a massive amount of kills. Now with the Winter Soldier, guys, try not to use that ultimate to initiate the team fight unless you have follow-up. But for the most part, wait for the cleanup, right? You're able to use it time after time, and you have a little bit of time between each ult that you can use. So you can ult, pop, pop, ult, pop, pop. You guys get the picture. For Star-Lord, I see a lot of players using the Blaster Barrage kind of on the ground. You can use that while you use his rocket to boost you into the air and do a lot more spread damage, both high and low, and it makes you a lot harder to kill. On top of something, bonus tip, you can use his reload in his ult. Utilize that. Now, I've got a lot of Namor tips, but I appreciate this one. When you're in a duel with any character, let's say Spider-Man, you can go ahead and throw both your turrets down and then immediately go into your bubble. And it's going to give you a good chance to win that duel because they have to either flee or you can go ahead and finish it off with a Triton. So Iron Fist, one of the most lethal characters up close, but not at a range. Make sure you run on walls to close in that distance. Also, remember, guys, that his primary is going to reduce the cooldown of his Dragon Defense. And so you're able to use Dragon Defense, primary it up, get that down, and with enough tanks and people around you, in no time, you're going to continue to be able to use the ability. So Wolverine, simple enough. Learning base combos with him is vital to have any type of success on this character. It doesn't take much memory at all to nail his key combos. The easiest being a right-click Vicious Rampage into his Shift Feral Leap. Finishing off with his primary Savage Claw is just a lot of damage on a ton of characters. But of course, you could take this one step further on big beefy characters like tanks by doing that right click into shift into the ultimate into finishing with the right click for instant deletion. Psylocke, simple, effective. When you recall your shurikens, it's going to go to your cursor first and then back to you so you can get way more damage this way. Try to remember this. All right, so Loki players, your rune and decoy combo is one of the best combos in the game to survive just about anything. Throw some decoys down, throw the rune down, and you're good to go. Now, you can do this just with one, but the more the merrier and the bigger the spread is. You can use this against most ults in the game. But also a little bonus tip is try to blend in as one of your decoys. It's some of the most fun you can have, and people fall for it all the time. Super easy Mantis tip here, guys, but use that damage boost on the right character at the right time. So your Punisher with the ult, or really Spider-Man with any one-shot combo. It's huge to help these characters go a little bit over the edge. Also, to my understanding, Black Widow cannot be damage boosted, so don't waste it on her. All right, Rocket, I got a little twofer for you guys. First of all, BRB device, make sure you hide it in a nice little spot where people can't find it, and this includes spots that you think is a good spot, but they know that most people hide it there, so try to find somewhere else. Just communicate with your team. Also, for a nice little dash away, you can climb up a wall, heal yourself while you dash away for a nice and easy escape. Adam Warlock has one of the best ultimates in the game. On those last team fights, the crucial points, into the game, make sure you're hiding a little bit and healing from a distance or just not at all and you're hiding. And then you can ultimate and res everybody as you head to the point. It's super tough for the enemy team to kill everybody twice, and so this is obviously a must-know if you plan on perfecting Adam. Luna Snow, guys, you can alternate between her primary and ice arts to almost never run out of something to be throwing. But another bonus tip is make sure you use damage against other heroes in certain battles. If the team is healed up, don't stay on the heal. If there's a Scarlet Witch doing her ultimate, healing won't do anything. Damage boost, try to kill her, and then move on. Cloak and Dagger. There's a lot I could say about them, but I think just the easiest tip to remember is, A, don't forget that you can levitate as Cloak. I see a lot of people just kind of using it for the invincibility perk. But on top of that, the cooldowns are separate. So hitting them with a healing wall for Dagger into a damage wall, and then you can go back to Dagger for healing or proceed with more damage for Cloak. Pumps out a lot of strong abilities all at the same time. And then lastly, guys, it's Jeff. You should know this because it's probably happened to you, but you can ultimate, suck everybody up, and then obviously jump off a ledge and kill everybody. But save this for capture the points, or save this when people are trying to move the objective point, because you can just win the game. Hell, I just lost a ranked game because everybody on the point got sucked up, and hey, here we are, we die. All right, guys, that's it. That's one tip for every single hero within the game, and hopefully you learned something or a lot of stuff or nothing, because you're a god of just everything in this game, and hey, good for you. Subscribe, though, down below if you want more guides just like this one. We've got a lot of videos lined up in the pipeline. We're growing like crazy, and I appreciate all the support. Good luck out there, and until the next one, have a good one, have a great one, and happy rifling.